Photo, A Plus Tard, with a couple of links to ASO, Royal Pagaille and Champ. I'm not sure he's going to go much further. Champ is being pulled up. He just has not jumped from an early stage. He brushed through the wing of the previous fence and he has been pulled up. And Santini made a bad mistake there. Santini, a juddering error. Ryder did really well, Aidan Coleman, to sit tight, lost him an iron, but the last couple of furlongs have not been good news for Nicky Henderson as they climb uphill. Frodon it is, getting into this rhythm that can be so lethal. From in second, Black Op, Kemboy in third. Manila Indo is in fourth place with 2 lengths back to Native River, who just hasn't been able to dominate this afternoon. Album Photo is in sixth place with Lost in Translation in seventh and A Plus Tard eighth. ASO comes next as Frodon leads them over the next fence. Royal Pagaille made a mistake and Santini is in danger of getting right out of his ground here. He is being ridden along at the back, so Frodon, still with a long way to go, leads the Gold Cup field down the hill. Black Op in second and Kemboy in third, and the pace is definitely a decent one here. Manila Indo is in fourth place, Native River takes it in fifth, ahead of Album Photo, Lost in Translation and A Plus Tard. ASO is alongside stable companion Royal Pagaille, and Santini being humoured along, but is now 5 lengths off the back of the other runners as the leader Frodon makes the turn back towards home. So 2 plain fences in front of the field as they head up the straight for this time, and out in the lead it is still Frodon who shows. From Kemboy in second, Black Op is third. Manila Indo in fourth place ahead of Native River. Album Photo moved forward just as Ruby Walsh had him in that position in his 2 victories, into sixth place. Paul Townend following the same game plan. A Plus Tard on the outside, then Lost in Translation, ASO, Royal Pagaille and Santini as Frodon, who gets into this beautiful, almost poetic rhythm over the fences, still has the advantage. Kemboy is in second. Manila Indo has travelled comfortably on the outside of Black Op. Native River, Album Photo, A Plus Tard and Lost in Translation are the next quartet from ASO, Royal Pagaille, and I think Santini's pulling up at the back. Santini is indeed calling it a day. It was a very serious error he recovered from and he was never able to get back into the race. So moving on to the final circuit, and it's Frodon who has the advantage in the Gold Cup, leading Kemboy in second. Native River, Black Op and Manila Indo just moved out. Album Photo is in sixth place. Lost in Translation on the inside of A Plus Tard, then ASO and Royal Pagaille as the runners make their journey then on towards the next fence, which is the water jump before the open ditch, and Frodon out in the lead. Kemboy applying a little bit more pressure. Black Op is still in the firing line. Manila Indo in fourth place. Native River with Album Photo as they make their journey towards an open ditch, and Frodon still jumps and travels well. Native River is under strong pressure as they head towards another plain one before the final open ditch, and there are 7 to take as the Gold Cup comes to the boil. Frodon, Manila Indo, Black Op and Kemboy, Album Photo in fifth place. Native River and A Plus Tard in the red, white and blue. Then ASO, Lost in Translation, pushed along, and Royal Pagaille is last of all. The ditch at the top of the hill is 6 from the finish. A mighty leap by Frodon on springs is over from Manila Indo. Black Op in third, Album Photo and A Plus Tard are side by side as the game of cat and mouse begins. Kemboy towards the outer, Native River and ASO as Frodon continues on his merry way. Out in the lead by a length from Manila Indo as they prepare to turn downhill towards the fourth last. Black Op has lasted a long time, is still there on the outside. Kemboy, A Plus Tard and then Album Photo with Native River and Lost in Translation. 4 out in the Gold Cup. Frodon and Manila Indo are the front 2. Black Op in third. Album Photo now asked to make the effort as the field begins to break up. A Plus Tard is still there for Rachel Blackmore as they run down towards the third last. Frodon for Bryony Frost. Manila Indo for Jack Kennedy. Album Photo and A Plus Tard as they move to 3 from the finish. Frodon is nimble over it, but Manila Indo looks threatening on the outside, and Album Photo switches, trying to keep Album Photo in his A Plus Tard, and has succeeded in closing the gap as they race towards the second last. A Plus Tard on the outside of Manila Indo, a horse Rachel Blackmore knows well, and Henry de Bromhead has the first 2 as they head towards the second last. Album Photo has 4 lengths to find. Manila Indo is over 2 lengths clear from in second place A Plus Tard, then in third is Album Photo with work to do. Manila Indo heading down towards the last. A Plus Tard coming for another crack at the leader, but over the last it is Manila Indo who has the lead for Jack Kennedy. A Plus Tard for Rachel Blackmore, and then Album Photo. Manila Indo out in the lead. It's still a length and a half clear. A Plus Tard is trying hard. Time is
is running out, and Manila Indo leads them home in the Gold Cup. Henry de Bromhead does something no other trainer has ever done. He wins the holy trinity of big races with a 1-2 in the Gold Cup. Manila Indo at Plutar in second place. Album Photo, the 3, fittingly an Irish-dominated finish, pulled clear of Old Native River, who plugged on. Well, it's gone so well for Rachel Blackmore this week, but here she's chosen the wrong one. Manila Indo always travelled really well, bounces back to form, a horse who runs really well at the festival. Plutar stayed, kept staying, but couldn't get by. Album Photo crucially off the home bend. Rachel Blackmore did it again, closed the door. Album Photo couldn't recover. Manila Indo for Barry Maloney, Jack Kennedy, and Henry de Bromhead won the champion hurdle. Henry won the Queen Mother, he's won the Gold Cup. Native River in 4th, and then Frodon in 5th.
Yes, it's been Rachel's week, but this is all about Henry de Bromhead, the Holy Trinity, a 1-2 in the Well-Child Cheltenham Gold Cup. Thumbs up, Henry. Sum up that achievement, Ruby Walsh.
Oh, it's incredible. I'm sure his wife Heather and their 3 kids are at home going absolutely ballistic. It's been such a week for Henry, and it's some performance. His horses have looked amazing, and this horse was so good for Barry Maloney as well, and for the young man on his back. That young man has been through in injury-wise through his career, and he keeps bouncing back. He's broke his leg 3 times, his collarbone 5 or 6 times. He's only in his early 20s, but he's the mental resolution to keep coming back, and he had this horse in a perfect position all the way. Rachel closed the door on Paul before it turned in, but Album Photo didn't pick up, and Manila Indo, he made a mistake at the last year in the RSA that cost him. This year he goes to the last and he jumps it well. Plutar just gets on his tail but can't get to him. But look, it's all about Henry de Bromhead, Ed. You're dead right. What a week he's had. Honeysuckle, put the kettle on, and this fella. What a performance, and what a absolute domination from Irish racing. But I'm delighted for Henry, Heather and Jack Kennedy,
who, as you say, has been through so much. Great punch of the air, makes it all worthwhile. Jack Kennedy, Gold Cup winner, and redemption for the horse. Remember, many said he had his pocket picked by Champ last year in the RSA. Wins the Gold Cup, and we spoke to her earlier. She'd had her work cut out with the horses for Henry de Bromhead. Cole Connolly has looked after a Gold Cup winner. Ireland were dominant. Henry de Bromhead has trained the winners of the big 3 races at the Cheltenham Festival, and Jack Kennedy, Matt, who has been through so much, victorious.
You're absolutely right, Jack. We were just saying, so many injuries you've battled back from, and yesterday the image of you walking back from Envoy Allen's 4 was something that will live with us for a long time. Now though, Jack Kennedy, Gold Cup hero.
I can't believe it, Matt. This is what I've dreamt of since I was a child. I'm just so grateful to Henry and Mike and Barry Maloney for giving me the opportunity to ride him. I can't thank them enough, and I'll owe them forever.
Jack, you have been through the mill with injuries, but everyone knows you are absolutely super talented. When you were fighting back to get fit, was it a moment like this you were fighting for?
Yeah. This is what I live for, and I just can't believe this is after happening. I'm delighted.
Talk us through the race. He seemed to jump for fun, and in the closing stages then you've got Rachel Blackmore chasing you, who always rides this horse.
Yeah, I was there very soon on him, but I didn't want to disappoint him. He carried me into it, so I didn't want to be taking him back. I landed over the last and he pricked his ears, and he was pulling up, but it wasn't out of tiredness, and when he heard Rachel coming back at him, he took off again. It's unbelievable stuff. Class.
Jack, congratulations. Cahill, you always lead up Manila Indo. Just give us an idea of what it feels like to lead up a Gold Cup hero.
Just class, yeah, it's brilliant.
Class. I'll tell you what, say that one more time, I loved it.
Class.
Yeah. And Jack was class as well.
Oh, brilliant. The jump class, and he was great. He was great.
I think you're going to be saying the word class rather a lot over the next 24 hours. Jack, look, we saw the tears in your eyes, but they are tears of joy. Congratulations. You've won the Cheltenham Gold Cup.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks a million. Carl, they just want another picture. Yeah.
And that is Cohill Connolly, who looks after Manella Indo, and the Irish stable staff have played an absolute blinder this week. The winner of the Well-Child Cheltenham Gold Cup is Manella Indo, who went off at 9-1. A Plus Tard, second at 100-30. Al Boum Photo, third, going for his third Gold Cup at 9-4. Manella Indo, bought at the Tattersalls Ireland November National Hunt Sale as a foal by John Nallen. Owned now by Barry Maloney, a venture capitalist who's well known for investing in fledgling tech companies such as Bebo. He's done very well indeed. What a nice horse this is. And Mick, what a fascinating race that was.
Unbelievable. Do you know what? It had you like the seat of your pants stuff watching it, because you're wondering what's going to happen next, because it all went horribly wrong early for the Nicky Henderson horses. Champ made a bad mistake at the very first fence. Santini was gone early, but Jack Kennedy, look at this horse's ears, just watch him. He's pricking, he's listening for the other horse almost, and then when he gets down to the last, just watch his ears go forward here on the run down to, look at that, he's looking for the obstacle. He lands over it, and Jack Kennedy knows what happened last year. He knew this horse would pull up. He was ready for him, and the good thing is the other horse came to him but didn't flash past him like Champ did last year. And for this young man, he rode a winner yesterday on a horse called Mount Ida, as good a ride as I've seen round Cheltenham. I know it won easily in the end, but he's a young man who, from the age that he could walk, he's been riding pony racing from very young. Champ, hasn't he? He's a progeny of that pony racing circuit in Ireland. He's just a naturally gifted horseman, and you could see what it meant to him on pulling up. To win a Gold Cup is the greatest prize of them all, and for him this will mean the world.
Yeah, you can have lots of talent, but you have to have the mental strength to go through, as Ruby said, what he went through, the injury he's gone through. It's always a great sign near the end of a horse race when you go to the last and your horse pricks his ears a little bit, and you get halfway up running and he pricks his ears again. That's always a sign of the horse that he's got a little bit left, and it's some credit to the horse to have a little bit left after a Gold Cup like that.
Yeah, at 3.25 miles, to have a bit left, to almost be looking around. That's what got him caught last year in the RSA, right, when Champ just ran him down. He loves Cheltenham, clearly. He won the Albert Barlow the year before.
Yeah, he was a little slow at the last in the RSA last year, and lost a bit of momentum, and obviously got caught late on. But as Ruby said, you got to take credit to the lad that rode him. To have that mental strength to go through the injuries that he's gone through, and to perform in the biggest stage like it's never happened to him is a great credit to him.
We were talking pre-race whether it would be a fast-run Gold Cup, not such a fast-run Gold Cup. What did you make of the overall tempo?
Oh, look, it was the way you want Gold Cups to be run, end to end. And, Frodon really did serve it up to them. And like Al Boum Photo, throughout the whole race, you could see him picking them off one by one by one. Then he got stopped at a crucial time.
Not quite the hallowed horse walk of normal Cheltenham festivals. We are going to roar the winner in, though. And Alice, what news have you got for us?
Yeah, just spoken to news of beaten horses. Obviously, you go to the unsaddling, there's some disappointments there. Frodon, Paul Nicholls said perhaps he used too much energy, but he has to run in that style. He's really proud of him. He's run a great race. Heads to the King George. That will be all eyes on the King George. Lost in translation. They're still scratching their head with this horse. They cannot work out what's going on. Travelled well and emptied. Native River, they're so proud of him. They just all went astride too quick, but he's plugged on. Richard Johnson said most horses would have stopped. He stayed on to finish fourth. In 21 runs now, he's not finished out of the first four. And Santini and Champ, they cannot understand what happened there, but Nico de Boinville said it all went wrong at the first fence.
It was, though, dominated by the Irish to sum up the week, Alice, wasn't it? Frodon did run well, though, and good old Native River, as you say, aged 11, just kept trying, and in the end did so well to finish in fourth. But let's focus on the winner, Manella Indo, with Jack Kennedy from near Dingle in County Kerry, and for Henry de Bromhead, well, he had to watch Sizing John win a Gold Cup, didn't he? left his yard and went on to win it. This is redemption for him. That will have hurt. Well, he can enjoy this. And he's just had the most sensational week. When you look back to Honeysuckle in the champion hurdle, put the kettle on in the champion chase. No trainer has won the big three. That man now has. So in the colours of Barry Maloney, with Jack Kennedy on board, for Henry the trainer, we welcome back the winner of the well-child Cheltenham Gold Cup of 2021. We'll make as much noise as we possibly can. Manila Indo. So let's confirm the result of the Gold Cup. The winner, Manila Indo at 9-1. At Plutar, second for Rachel at 100-30. The two-time champion, Al Boum Photo, in third. We will take a breather with full analysis from the off of the Gold Cup to come with Ruby and Co. Drama from the off. It never went right for the Henderson pair of Champ and Santini. It turned into the all-Irish affair. Up the hill, it was the old de Bromhead affair. And Manila Indo came out on top.